Welcome, everyone. Fade to Black breaking news for this Monday, July 10th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. And don't forget, you can help support the news, this show, this live show, and our show tonight. Oh, man, Philip Kinsella is with us tonight. We're going to be talking about Rendlesham. Help support the show. Get your Fade to Black T-shirts and the new Game Changer membership. The links are below. We're posting pictures, right? Everything is shipping. Get your shirts now. The links are below. Two ways to get them. One, just order a shirt. Two, get a Game Changer. Everything is autographed. Links are below. Let's get straight to it. On this day in history, it was a big one. 1962, Telstar 1, the first communications satellite to transmit live television signals and telephone conversations across the Atlantic Ocean, was launched this day in 1962. I think Elvis used Telstar for the Aloha from Hawaii via satellite broadcast. At least, I think that's what was on the cover of the album. I could be wrong. Here's your fader fact, genocide. The British royal family isn't allowed to play Monopoly because it gets too competitive, and they don't like the play money. And that is your fader fact. That's right. Yeah. Let's get to the breaking news. Sad day. It was announced. Prominent Bigfoot hunter and guest on Fade to Black, Claudia Ackley, who sued California to prove Sasquatch is real, was found dead at her home in Tennessee of a heart attack. Claudia was just 51 years old. Claudia, rest in peace. Sad day. Meta's Threads. I've been threading. I have. You can follow me over on Threads. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but just Jimmy Church Radio, I think. I'm not sure. But I've been threading. I've been threading on my phone, and Meta's Threads now has over 100 million. Excuse me. That's that ramen I had right before the show. All of that in less than a week. Yeah, that's right. One of them is me. That is absolutely incredible. I'm going to pass up Twitter in about 7 days. China's Zhurong Mars rover has found evidence of a dramatic shift in Mars climate 400,000 years ago in the form of dark ridges laid on the top of bright dunes that ripple across the sands of Utopia Planitia, which is where the rover is exploring. Scientists led by Li Xunlai from the National Astronomical Observatories of the Chinese Academy of Sciences used the rover's instruments, coupled with high-resolution observations from China's Tianwen-1 Mars orbiter, to take a closer look at large sand dunes near where Zhurong landed back in May of 2021. The research team estimates that the dunes formed between 2.1 million and 400,000 years ago. That means the dark tars ridges on top must have formed within the past 400,000 years. Incredible. Oregon anthropologists have found evidence suggesting humans occupied the Rimrock Draw rock shelter outside of Riley, Oregon, more than 18,000 years ago. University of Oregon's Museum of Natural and Cultural History Archaeological Field School, led by archaeologist Patrick O'Grady, has been excavating at Rimrock Draw rock shelter. Discoveries at the site have included stone tools and extinct camel, that's right, camel and bison tooth fragments. In 2012, O'Grady's team found camel teeth fragments under a layer of volcanic ash from an eruption of Mount St. Helens dating 15,000 years ago. The team also uncovered two finely crafted orange agate scrapers, one in 2012 preserved with bison blood residue, and another in 2015. So radiocarbon dating of that bison blood on the agate scrapers yielded exciting results. That dates to 18,250 years before present. That's insane. Yeah, I've been talking about this for a couple of years on the show, and it's getting out of control. Potentially invasive worms leave people right now in Door County digging for answers. That's the city of Sturgeon Bay and Door County invasive species team confirmed a couple spotted what they believe to be Asian jumping worms at the Sturgeon Bay compost site in the mulch piles. The worms are thought to have first made it to the United States in the early to mid 1900s from Eastern Asia and can be transported to new areas in shipments of mulch or potted plants. They have infiltrated Connecticut, Wisconsin, and more than 30 other states as of last summer. Now, check this out. The worms eat the organic matter in soil and leave behind waste that looks like hard little pellets and alter the texture and composition of soil to make it look like large coffee grounds. That soil lacks the structure and support necessary for plants to survive. Think about that. If this doesn't sound like the next Hollywood blockbuster, I don't know what does. A new study by the University of Sussex found that moths, listen to this, are more efficient pollinators at night than day-flying pollinators like bees. Scientists studied 10 sites in the southeast of England throughout July of 2021. They found 83% of insect visits to bramble flowers were made during the day, while the moths made fewer visits during the shorter summer nights, notching up only 15% of the visits. But they were able to pollinate the flowers more quickly. The researchers concluded that moths are more productive pollinators than day-flying insects like bees, who are typically regarded as the hardest working insects in show business. That's right. A large formation of granite discovered beneath an ancient lunar volcano, that's right, on the moon, is further evidence that the far side of the moon once glowed with volcanic eruptions. The granite was found under a suspected volcano feature on the surface of the moon called Compton Belkovich. This feature was likely formed as the result of cooling magma that fed fiery eruptions of lunar volcanoes around 3.5 billion years ago. The discovery of the granite body was made by a team of scientists led by Planetary Science Institute researcher Matthew Siegler using data collected by NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. That's right. Volcanoes on the moon. The next Hollywood blockbuster. Or maybe it's this one. This is Hollywood Blockbuster News Day. Because finally, I'll leave you with this. Weather radar signatures were military chaff, not grasshoppers. The National Weather Service clarified all of this on Saturday in a press release. Military chaff, a reflective substance, it looks like aluminum foil, right? Chrome colored wrapping paper. It's a substance designed to confuse radars. Is likely what radar imaging picked up last month. Now stay with me, okay? A week after announcing that a swarm of grasshoppers was so large that it was picked up on their radar, right? The Weather Service just reported now that the analysis showed that the unusual blip on the radar was most likely caused by material released from a U.S. Air Force base in Nevada. Scientists initially identified the June 21st radar movement as insects because the group was very, quote, non-uniform, end quote. The meteorological events like raindrops and snowflakes, they said, tend to be more consistent in shape. The chaff originated from Nellis Air Force Base, about 10 miles northeast of Las Vegas. Nothing was mentioned about UFOs, though, right? Nothing about UFOs acting like chaff, but that's going to be next. Stay tuned. The next Hollywood blockbuster. There you go. There's your Fade to Black breaking news. All of the news that you need for Monday, July 10th, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. Go back, Lee Tappy.